Yes, across the globe, welcome to Breakfast News on AYOGEN TV. This is Breakfast News on AYOGEN TV. I am Charles Olowe Oluwafemi. Here are the news major headlines for today. On our local news this morning, adulterated petrol. FG may return fuel to supplier. 100 million liters affected, says marketer. Still on local news, human parts uncovered in Oyo building, police arrest suspects. On our political news this morning, 2022 Osun Monarch back Oyetola's second-term bid. Still on political news, Olujimi Forts Fayose on peace move may dump PDP. On our business news, subscriber grown as Galaxy backbone battles portal breakdown. On our sports news headline, Burnley vs Manchester United, Pogba scores as United draw. Burnley drop to 5th. On our foreign news, celebration as Mali's sever ties with France. On our air story, COVID-19 Nigeria record 53 new infections on Monday. And on our entertainment news, era of Nollywood glorifying drug barons, criminals is over, says AGN. Air the news in detail. Adulterated petrol, FG may return fuel to suppliers. 100 million liters affected, says marketers. The federal government, through its Nigerian mainstream and downstream petroleum regulatory authority, may return to the overseas supplier the contaminated petrol premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, which was imported into the country by the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited. Oil marketers estimated that about 100 million liters of contaminated petrol were imported into Nigeria and had been recalled by the Pipeline Products Market Company, a subsidiary of NNPC. The recall caused several kills in Abuja, Lagos, Niger, Nasarawa, and many other states as the few petrol outlets that dispensed products were crowded by motorists and other PMS users. Many other filling stations were shut down on Tuesday for lack of products to sell, while black marketers greeted various major roads in Abuja selling products to interested consumers. It was also gathered that though efforts were being made to address the concern, the queue and shortage of petrol might drag till the weekend. The NMDPRA said in a statement it issued in Abuja that limited quantity of PMS with methanol quality above Nigerian specification was discovered in the supply chain. NNPC increases supply to bridge supply gaps, recall polluted fuel. It said methanol was a regular additive in petrol and usually blended in an acceptable quantity, adding that contaminated products had been isolated. The statement read in part, to ensure vehicular and equipment safety, the limited quantity of the impacted product has been isolated and withdrawn from the market, including the loaded truck in transit. Our technical team, in conjunction with the NNPC Limited and other industry stakeholders, will continue to monitor and ensure quality petroleum products and adequate supply and distributed nationwide. The source supplier has been identified and further commercial and appropriate action shall be taken by the authority and the NNPC Limited. The NNPC Limited all oil marketing companies have been directed to sustain sufficient distribution of petrol in all 3 retail outlets nationwide. Nigeria does not refine crude oil due to the democracy of its refinery. Hence, the NNPC imports the commodity from the international refiners. This implies that the source supply is an overseas firm. The NMDPRA further stated that the NNPC had intensified efforts at increasing the supplies of petrol into the market in order to bridge any further unforeseen supply gap. The source supply has been identified and further commercial appropriate action shall be taken. The NDA further stated that the NNPC has identified efforts in increasing the supply of petrol when specifically asked whether the NNPC will return the contaminated petrol to the supply. It is spokesperson Gabardine Mohammed referred our correspondent to the NMDPRA statement that where it talked about the identification of the source supply. Also, industry sources stated that the standard things to do was to inform the source supply and possibly return the product to it based on the terms of agreement reached between the party. One mayor adopted to ensure that the product did not further get to consumer. The national president, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Debo Ahmed, stated the IPMAN had alert all its units. He said, we have discussed with all our zonal and unit chairmen to tell their members not to sell the product, and some of the products that got to the depot were not released to the public. So on our part, we've taken the precaution. Still on local news, human parts uncovered in Oyo building, police arrest suspect. Residents in a community in Oyo town have uncovered activities of suspected ritualists in an uncompleted building in the area. Our correspondent gathered that those living close to the building, which is along Oyo-Ilora Road in the Oyo West local government area, Oyo State, started combing the bushes after perceiving a foul odor. They were said to have stumbled on decomposed human parts in the uncompleted building. A resident who identified himself simply as Larry told our correspondent on the telephone on Tuesday that he was there when a police team visited the building, adding that some suspect has been arrested. He said 3 days ago there was a stench from an uncompleted building. A resident thought some person were defecating in the place, but when they searched the area, a complete human arm was found and some other items that suggest that some person had probably been killed there. The case was reported to the police in Oyo and they came and arrested some suspects. We were disturbed because the policemen that came did not allow us to take picture of human parts discovered there. We don't want the case to be covered up. Many things are happening now. Human beings are daily being killed for ritual, and if such a thing is discovered, I believe the police should do everything possible to expose those behind it. Another resident who spoke on the condition of anonymity told our correspondent that human bones and the school uniform of a child were found at the site, adding that the discoveries raised suspicion that the act might have been going on for a while. He said those living close to the site said they used to see a man riding a motorcycle to the place. They said the man used to work with a surveyor in the building. They thought he was clearing debris but did not know he was carrying out criminal activities there. Somebody later said that he knew the father of the motorcycle rider. The police came, saw those things and took them away. They also arrested some suspects. The state police public relations officer Adewale Osifeso did not take his call which rang out. He said also yet to reply to a text message and chat sent to his telephone line on the matter as of the time of filing this report. However, the commandant of the Amotekun Corps in Oyo State, Colonel Olayinka Olayanju, confirmed the incident to our correspondent in Ibadan, the state capital. He said the information is true. I was told by my people that it was a decomposing body that was found there. The corpse was disassembled and police arrested some suspects. I was not told that a school uniform was found there. The December body was not fresh. Our men went there, but the suspects were arrested by the police. They are not with us since the body was disemboweled in suggested a ritual killing. On our political news this morning, 2022 Osun Monarch backed Oyetola second time. Olokuku of Okuku Oba Samuel Oyebode on Tuesday pledged support for the election of Osun State Governor Adegboyega Oyetola. Oba Oyebode, who spoke on behalf of Monarch in Odotun local government area of the state when the governor and his entourage visited the town in continuation of his state tour, said Oyetola deserved another term in view of his achievements in the last 3 years. A statement by the chief press secretary to the governor, Ismail Omikpidan, said the monarch noted that Oyetola's sterling performance and blueprint spanning across sectors should be enough to earn him a second term. The monarch says, "You are our own, no other place to go. We are from the same constituency. We are true son and daughter of the land. The entire constituency is for you, and your government are seeing it. The presence of all traditional rulers and high chiefs in all the town, village, and villages in Odotun local government. The monarch are for you. We will do everything possible to support you and your ambition. I pray to God that your intention to run for second term will come to pass." Oba Olabomi, who spoke on behalf of other monarchs in his palace in Iragbiji, said residents of the local government has begun door-to-door campaign for the governor prior to his official visit to the palace, adding that no stone will be left unturned to ensure his return. In his remark, Oyetola, who lauded the traditional ruler for their warm reception since the beginning of his tour across the local government area in the state, said their actions were indication of the level of his acceptance. He called on the people of the state, particularly the party leaders and members, to remain steadfast and focus on the governorship primary election. Still on political news this morning, Olujimi fought Fayose on peace move made on PDP. National Assembly member and People Democratic Party governorship aspirant in Ekiti State, Senator Biodun Olujimi, has given on the possibility of dumping the party alongside her supporters. Olujimi said the shoddy wave at faction of the party in the state was treated by the national leadership in the building up for the January 26 primary election, which he described as a sham, had left a supporter in battle about the PDP. The PDP chieftains, who spoke after a meeting of our supporters on Monday, said our team has set up a committee chaired by a former acting governor of the state, Tunji Odeyemi, who would report back within 3 days. She said there are two options on the table. One is that we will all go and kneel down and beg former Governor Ayodele that we have seen and we are returning back to his fold. The second is that we will pull out of the PDP, and we say that it can't be done in a hurry because temper are high and we need them to come to be able to talk and hold a big meeting on Sunday when we will announce the public where we are going. Olujimi, who said the PDP national leadership cheated her because of agenda, said nobody in the party had called her since the January 26 governorship election. She dismissed a claim by the former governor Ayodele Fayose that he had reached out to her for reconciliation since neither Fayose nor anyone called for her for peace talk. She said the claim was part of Fayose's plot to deceive unsuspecting member of the public and portray himself in good light. Olujimi said it was pure falsehood. Fayose didn't call me. All he only did was to send picture of Bisi Kalawole's entry into Ado Ekiti into my phone. I saw them and I didn't reply. It is when they speak to you that you know something is happening. I'm not bothered because we have been in the business for a while. Still on political news, on our business news this morning, subscriber grown as Galaxy backbone battles portals breakdown. Telecommunication subscribers have continued to lament their inability to retrieve lost subscriber identity models or get new one as National Identity Management Commission portal downtime extends to its 9th day. The report on Monday that thousands of telecom subscribers nationwide seek to retrieve their lost SIM card or acquire a new line could not do so due to the technical glitch in the NIMCS, National Identity Management Portal, that has grounded SIM-related services. The portal enabled telecom firms, the Nigerian Immigration Service, bank, and other organizations to verify the national identity number of their customer before attending to them in line with the federal government's directive. The hitch affecting the NIN portal was caused by a technical problem with the hosting service platform of Galaxy Backbone Limited, a federal government agency that provides identification and communication technology services. Since the glitch began, NIMC has advised telecos to adopt its digital tokenization of USSD system to verify subscriber. However, telecos has continued to lament that this process is slow and isn't all encompassing. In a chat with our correspondent on Tuesday, a senior officer at an MTN outlet in Lagos said the recommended alternative, which in the VNIN platform was not accessible as of Tuesday evening. She said repeated attempt to use the platform has only produced error message and that the feedback was duly be communicated to the NIMC for the purpose of strengthening out the kink on the platform. She said, apparently you are supposed to dial *346*3 NIN enterprise code to get your VNIN, but I tried it and it's not working. They said you can try it on any lines as long as you have your NIN. It keeps saying service timeout. So you can't even generate the VNIN if you try download the app. OTP is not dropping. They are asking us to test run, look at the issues and get back to them so they can have something to NIMC. On our sports news this morning, Burnley versus Manchester United. Pogba scores as United draw. Burnley drop to 5th. Manchester United slip out of the Premier League top 4 after being held 1-1 by bottom of the table Burnley at Turf Moor on Tuesday. With Cristiano Ronaldo left on the bench, United were made to play for not making more of a dominant first 45 minutes after Pogba put them in front. Burnley roared back after the break and gave their survivor hope a boost when James Rodriguez leveled 2 minutes into the second half. West Ham 1-0 win over Watford sees the Hammer leapfrog Manchester United into the final slot to qualify for the next season Champions League, while Arsenal and Tottenham remain within striking distance with games in hand. United trouble season hit another bump in the road when they were dumped out of the FA Cup by Championship side Middlesbrough on penalty on Friday. The lesson from that defeat were not learned as again Ralph Rangnick men had more than enough chances to kill the game as a contest before halftime before being punished for a slack piece of defending. For the first time, the German left a fit Ronaldo out of his starting lineup for a league match after the 37-year-old played the full 120 minutes on Friday. However, Manchester United's first half performance will add more fuel to the debate on whether they function better as a unit without the five-time Ballon d'Or winner. The visitors had the ball in the net 3 times and dismissed a number of gilt-edged chances, but only had a 1 goal to show for their dominance by halftime. Rafa Ferran thought he had scored his first United goal when he leaped to power home Bruno Fernandes' free kick on 15 minutes. But after a lengthy VAR review, the goal was disallowed for Harry Maguire interfering with Rodriguez from an offside position. 3 minutes later, United did deservedly lead when Pogba turned out in Luke Shaw cross from the edge of the box. On our foreign news, celebration as Mali severs ties with France. Celebration erupted in Mali on Friday as the transitional government of the West Africa country expelled its former colonial master France from its territory. The people in the capital Bamako waved Russian flags and burned cardboard cuts out of French President Emmanuel Macron. The transitional government last Monday had given a 74-hour ultimatum to Jean-Yves Le Drian, French foreign minister, to leave the country over hostile and outrageous comments, it said in a statement read on national TV. According to a public news, Mr. Le Drian said on Friday that Mali's military government was out of control amid escalating tension between the West Africa state and its European partner. Following 2 coups, he also called the military government illegitimate. French Defense Minister Florence Parly said on Saturday that French troops would not stay in Mali if the price was too high. The EU retaliated on Friday by imposing sanctions on 5 senior members of Mali transitional government, including interim Prime Minister Chogo Meiga. The 5 designated people are subjected to a travel ban which prevents them from entering or transiting through European nation, Union territory, and as an asset freeze, a statement from EU stated said on Friday. The EU sanctions are ratcheting up the pressure, but simply follow that the African has done themselves. Terence McCauley, former U.S. ambassador to Mali, told our newsmen, "I think dialogue is an option and still preferred option with both ECOWAS and international community. It is an important step in the fight, but the victory must go our way. The next steps must be departure of French forces, and then we will start the move towards economic and monetary sovereignty." Addressing the deployment of Russian machineries to Mali, Dr. Diarra said, for the security of my people, I am ready to make a pact with Satan to drive out France and its terrorist ally. Mali continuing to face challenges in trying to contain an armed rebellion that erupted in 2012. The most recent being the August 2020 corps and another in May 2021. The military promised to hold election in February 2022 and return to civilian rule, but range proposing to hold power till 2025. On our health news, COVID-19, Nigeria record 53 new infections on Monday. Without data from Lagos, the epicenter of the coronavirus disease in Nigeria, the country on Monday recorded 53 new infections across 10 states of the Federation. This was revealed in the latest update released by the Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) late Monday night. With the new confirmed case, the country infection toll has increased to 253,780, while the death toll still stands at 3,139, as no fatality was recorded on Monday. NCDC stated that Nigeria has successfully treated and discharged 230,144 people, including community discharge, while 20,496 people are still down with the virus nationwide. The breakdown of the NCDC data showed that Gombe State in the northeast topped the infection chart with 16 cases, followed by River and Cross River State in the south with 12 and 8 cases respectively, while the duo of Kaduna and Niger State recorded 4 cases. Each Kwara State reported 3 cases. The duo of Bayelsa and Kano State also recorded 2 cases each, while southwest state of Ogun and Oyo recorded a single case. Finally, before we go this morning on our entertainment news, era of Nollywood glorified drug baron criminals is over, says AGN. The national president of the Actor Guild of Nigeria, Emeka Rollas Ejeze, has pledged the support of the Nollywood movie industry to war against drug abuse champions by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. This was during a visit to the Chairman Executive Chief of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Mawa, at the national headquarters of the NDLEA Abuja on Monday. Speaking, the AGN president said the era of glorifying drug baron and criminal is far gone, while stating that the Guard is ready to support campaign on the menace of drug abuse and trafficking. We are here today to affirm our complete support to your effort in combating the menace of drug in our society, as we strongly believe will help reduce drug crimes to the barest minimum. As a guard of major influencer and in line with our set objective to educate, inform, and entertain, as well as our avoid commitment to national development, we seek a mutual beneficial partnership with the NDLEA to leverage on the star power of our member in promoting some of your transformation programs, especially the drug trafficking and abuses. The majority of our members are youth and appeal to a generation of youth who are influenced heavily by internet content and social media. We have therefore outlined some advocacy programs to enlighten Nigerian youth on the danger of drug abuse and trafficking. They include, but not limited to, promotion of skits majorly for social media campaign, drama series on negative effects of drugs abuse, rehabilitation, eradicating the fear for stigmatization and advantage of total abstinence, engaging some of our A-list actors as NDL ambassador to help use their power to discourage the youth from doing drugs, among others. We share in the dream of a better Nigeria where success will be the reward for hard work and not through drug trafficking and other drug-related offenses. The era of glorifying drug barons, criminals is far gone, and Actor Guard of Nigeria as ambassador of Nigeria image is readily available for advocating campaign, talk shop, production of skits, playlets, feature movies, and etc. on the menace of drug abuse and trafficking, is stated. Before we go this morning, here the major news headline. On our local news, adulterated petrol, FG may return fuel to supplier, 10 million liters affected, says marketer. Still on local news, human parts uncovered in Oyotan building. Police arrest suspects. On our political news this morning, 2022, Oshumanak back Oyetola's second-time bid. Olujimi fought Fayose on peace move, may dump PDP. Subscriber growing as Galaxy backbone battle breakdown. Portal breakdown. And as sport news, Burnley versus Manchester United. Pogba scores as United drop Burnley, drop to 5th. On our foreign news, celebration as Mali sever ties with France. On our Earth news this morning, COVID-19 Nigeria records 53 new infections on Monday. And finally, on our entertainment news, here we are going to drop the curtain on our breakfast news this morning. Era of Nollywood glorifying drug baron criminals is over, says AYOGEN. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our social media platform. Follow us on our Facebook page, AYOGEN League, as well as on our Instagram page. Also, don't forget to follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel, AYOGEN Link. And don't forget to press the alarm button so that you can get notification of every other program as we transmit from here in Nakijagula in Ondo City. I am Charles Olowe Oluwafemi. Stay tuned to AYOGEN and have a wonderful day ahead.